Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is New Year's Day, and as promised we are going to play a skirmish using the new Hobbit strategy battle game rules. So Brandon and I have rolled, we've rolled hold ground, which is one of the 6 objectives in the book. And basically we have placed our markers. There are 5, the objective is you got 5 markers to place. Each marker or each objective is represented by a marker, and then we get points based on the end of the battle, who controls more markers, as well as inflicting wounds on the enemy leaders. So Brandon has placed, this is his side of the board. We've got the board here. He's going to place his marker here on this hill, and his second marker he's going to defend is going to be here on the back of these ruins. And the third marker is of course in the center of the map here. The fourth marker I've chose to place here at the center of these ruins on my side of the table, and of course the top of this hill. Those hills are going to be difficult terrain to cross those, and the other ones should be fine. So just give you a kind of shot of the battlefield here. It's kind of an even placed battlefield. We're doing 1,200 point armies. I'm playing Mordor, and Brandon is going to be playing Moria. So we'll go ahead and give you an update after deployment on what units we're running, and as we go through the turns we're going to highlight the Hobbit rules and kind of go over how the game is played. So stay tuned and we'll show you post deployment and turn 1. Okay, we're done with deployment phase and we're getting ready for turn 1. My deploy is, I have 2 warbands over here. I have a warband of orcs with shields, and behind them a warband of orcs with spears, a bannerman. I have my 2 captains in the rear. I rolled this deployment. I've got my Mordor troll chieftain with his warband of Morannon orcs with shields up on top, basically an inch from the objective. Back here I have my army captain, which is the Witch King on armored fellbeast. He's got a warband of warg riders which have deployed behind the ramp and behind the rampart there. So those 12. This side of the battlefield I have Kardouche the Fire Caller and an orc captain with shield behind a warband of orcs with 2-handers, and behind them is a warband of orc trackers. And then up top my final warband is Shelob alone. She's starting in the top of this pinnacle here, but she has the ability to climb and ignore terrain, so she can go anywhere she wants, but I just put her up there for now so she has cover, and she's up close to the front lines. Now we're going to let Brandon, hand this over to Brandon. He can go over his deployment and what he's got.
Alright, so over here we have, let's see, so this is Groblog with 12 Moria Goblin Warriors with bows, and then over here we have Goblin King with 12 Goblin Warriors with spears and shields. Over here we have Gunabad Black Shield Shaman with 12 Moria Goblin Prowlers with shields. Back here we have a Goblin Shaman with 12 Goblins with shield and spear. Over here we have Ashrak with 2 cave trolls, 2 bat swarms, 3 spiders, and a dweller in the dark. Back here we have Black Shield Captain with 12 black shields, and over here we have a Goblin Captain with some bowmen.
Alright, cool. So we're going to go ahead and start the beginning of the hold the ground battle here using the Hobbit rules. Like I said, we're going to go through each round and we will pause and kind of show you some of the new rules as we come across them. And so hopefully we'll have a full battle report here, and we'll let you keep you informed on round 1. So, okay, so we're here after turn 1. No special rules yet. Just basically we did movements. No special heroics. We did shoot phase. I killed 3 of his goblin archers over here. Brandon killed 1 orc spearman and 1 orc with shield up over there. These guys have moved up. Shelob moved down with these guys. This whole front line is moved up. Our archer stays stationary. His archer stays stationary, so we didn't use the minuses. That's a new rule in Hobbit, is if you move your bows, they're at minuses to shoot that turn. Even if they move half their distance or less, they still are at minuses because they're moving. So that's a new additional rule. So we went ahead and kept our archers stationary so we wouldn't be at minuses. So that's the end of turn 1. We're going to roll priority for turn 2 here. Brandon did land Fury on both of his shamans on that side of the board. So we will go to round 2. Okay, so we're in the movement phase on turn 2. The Witch King is moved out. He's going to cast a channeled compel on the Dweller in the Dark. So I need a 4+. I'm going to spend 3 might, or I'm going to spend 1 might to do the channel version. So he has 2 might left, and I'm spending 3 will to cast a spell. So I'm going to throw 3 dice against it. You know, just in case, I'm going to spend 4 will. So I'm going to spend 4 dice to channel the compel. So I'm going to roll my 4 dice. I got 3, a 2, a 2, and a 1. So I'm going to spend another might and bump this to a 4. So I got my compel off. So you do get to roll to resist. So you got to roll a 4.
Oh.
And he rolls a 4. So he resists the spell. So I'll complete my move. I didn't get my spell off, so I'm not going to go in there and charge him. So the Witch King will move back, completing his move to here. So that's kind of how channel worked, is I had to spend a might to do it in order to get the full compel off. So I will bump him down to 1 might. So we'll continue on with updates, but basically if I would have channeled, I would have got the improved compel, which drops his fight to 1. So we'll go ahead and go over some other rules as we get to them, but we'll continue moves for round 2. Okay, so we are in the middle of combat turn 3, I believe. The Witch King just won his fight. He did a hurl, so he did a new monster attack with his monstrous mount. He is basically the Felbeast picked up this Gundabad and hurled him. We compared the strength values, so I already had 2 inches of the hurl off of that, and I rolled a 3, so he had 5 points total distance, 5 inches. So he lands here. In doing so, he hits these 2 guys. So these guys are going to take 2 strength 3, or a strength 3 wound each. He takes 2 strength 3s for hitting each of those guys, and he takes a strength 6. We're going to roll him first. Here's the 2 strength 3s. We got a 4 and a 3. That's not going to be enough. Strength 6 hit. Against his defense, I need a 4. I got the 4, so this guy dies. And then each of these 2 guys here will also take 1 strength 3 apiece, and they are prone. And I got a 6 and a 2, so one of them does get killed. That 6 will kill this one. So the hurl actually wound up killing an extra model that he was not based with. So that's how the hurl works. So these 2 guys die. We'll go on to some more combats. As we hit some more new rules, we will continue updating. This is combat phase turn 3 still. Okay, we're back. We're just finished the move phase on turn 4. We're about to enter the shoot phase. Just give you a shot of the battlefield here. My orcs are moving up. We've got the spider based. These are my orcs. They're based in these goblins back here. His Gundabad is up here against my Warg Rider and my captain. His troll is based the Witch King. This Gundabad's based my Troll Chieftain. This troll is out of combat right now. These guys are coming around the back here. These guys look to be dropping back to protect the objective there. We got a line of defense over here for his Goblin hero. His line continues to push me back further. I moved some more guys up. Casted Fury on my guy. That might help save some of my guys, but he's got Fury over there, so it's going to be a hard-fought battle. Shelob's based a guy over here. We got the bats tied up again, and this ramp is being. I finally got my charges in on my Warg Rider, so we'll see if that does anything, or if I wind up just losing that ramp completely. I still got my archers ready to fire. His archers are ready to fire back here. I still hold my objectives back there and back there with those 2 riders. So we'll go ahead and do the shoot phase of this turn, and we will move forward towards any unique combats that would involve the Hobbit rules. So far we've seen in this tutorial, we've seen some hurls. So we might try some other heroic combats too at this point. So we'll go ahead and see what happens at the end of this turn. We'll update you soon. Okay, we're here end of turn 5, I believe, beginning of turn 6. The gun to bad captain went down. The warg charge actually got lucky on that one, finished him off. Witch King had to burn his last might to kill that spider on the tiebreaker. Troll Chieftain busted 3 wounds again, so he downed the troll, the cave troll. Troll Chieftain busted 3 wounds on the Dweller in the Dark earlier. That guy's just a wrecking machine. Over here, I'm dwindling quick. The bat has only got 1 wound on it still, and I am almost, this line is almost all broken over here, so he's going to have some goblins just making a beeline. So we will start the end of turn 6, or beginning of turn 6. Nothing new, no new Hobbit rules, just your standard fights and heroic combats and stuff like that. We'll move on to turn 6.